Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DJ Talks Media. Yesterday, we are continuing our Stardew Valley series. You guys noticed a upgrade in mic quality. I recently bought a new microphone, so instead of hearing directly from my AirPods, you're now hearing from my brand new microphone, and I very much enjoy just being able to hold this thing and talk right into it. It is a very, very awesome experience. But today, in our Stardew Valley journey, we are going to be talking about crops. Probably the most important part of Stardew Valley is its farming system. And, well, can't farm without your assortment of crops. I mean, look right at it. So we're going to start. So we have S, A, B, C, D, F. S, best crops in the game. A, very good crops. B, alright crops. C, crops you can get by. It might be needed for a mission. D, crops that, can be useful, but 90% of the time are just not. And F, garlic. I should also mention, I kind of mentioned it in my character tier list, that one part about Stardew Valley is they have a completion, and for that you get to 100% everything in the game, including shipping one of every crop in the game. So let's get into this. Starting with garlic, have it pulled up right here. Takes 4 days to harvest. Doesn't sell well. Does not sell well. Doesn't artesian well. I should kind of mention that artesian is, you can turn any of your fruits and vegetables into juice / wine, or you can pickle them for a mark up your price. If you're making garlic, it's like purely for gifting, but you can see nobody loves it, so there's no point. If you also go through, you need a few bits of garlic for escargot and risotto, and then oil of garlic. But other than that, garlic's not great. There's corner cases where you're gonna make garlic, but you're never gonna really want it. We're gonna put it in C. The potato. S. S, 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 S. This is like probably, so in your first spring, I'm kind of breaking down in Stardew Valley. There is spring, summer, fall, winter. There are certain crops, and every crop can only be harvested and created, can only be made and harvested on certain days in certain seasons. And potato is a spring crop. Takes 6 days to like fully grow. And the potato in your first year has crazy resale value. So in base, you're really going to be looking at these prices. 80, 100, you might get a gold star, but you're really looking at this 80, sometimes at 100, maybe the gold. Triller is a perk you get out of the farming path. You have skills. There's like a bit of RPG system where you have skills that moderately allow you to do things that affect your gameplay. And Tiller is quite possibly the best skill in the game alongside Artesian. Best two skills in the game, farming path, OP. But when you look into it, the potato is the number one crop you want heading into your first spring, because you start the game on spring 1, and the potato gives you crazy turnaround. What you want to do day 1, start on Monday, like here, go in, spend all of your 500 G, I think, on potato seeds, and you're gonna farm them. You're going to keep refreshing potatoes because you also want to save up for another product that we are going to talk about later. But potato, S tier. Also, it artisans well. You can see the price you can get for artisaning it. 294G is not cheap. Just because most of the time when you're like artisan stuff, you're selling it in bulk. So that's how you kind of look at that. Next up, ancient fruit. Best crop in the game. Ancient fruit wine. Let's pull up ancient fruit. The single best product in the game. I love ancient fruit because in the end game, this like overall gets you an incredible amount of money. So if we come over here, ancient fruit in its base is already ludicrous. 550G for base. And by the time that you are like mass producing ancient fruit in the game, you're gonna likely already have at the very least tiller and likely artisan. So you can start likely artisan. You're gonna be able to make kegs and in barrels pretty early on to start making wine and and jam and pickled items. But in the game, when you in the game, there's a community center where you can complete it. If you complete a certain section of it, you unlock this place called the oh my gosh, why am I blanking on it? The greenhouse. And the greenhouse is like the only thing in the game that is not halted by season. It's not halted by season. So it's very important to get the greenhouse within year one, because in winter you cannot grow anything in winter other than winter seeds, which is a completely different thing. But ancient fruit, and you're gonna want to fill your entire set of crops with ancient fruit. You're gonna want to fill your entire greenhouse with ancient fruit just by remaking ancient fruit seeds with the ancient fruit you get from the one you get from planting. Honestly, this is the best fruit. This is the best item in the game. Makes you so much money because by the time you get it from mining, by the time you get it and you're farming it, you're gonna be making so much ancient fruit, and then as you see, takes on initial growth 28 days and regrows every 7 days. And then to get your first set of wine, it takes like 4 days, I think, in game. So basically, by the time this is reharvested, you'll be ready to replace your wine. It's a really good money making strategy into end game when you just need countless loads of money. The green bean. This is the definition of a C tier item. Let's kind of put it in there. For one, it's a trellis crop, so you can't so it refreshes after it regrows on its own. Also, you can't walk through it. But you need a green bean, and you need to plant at least one green bean in spring for the bundle, in the spring crops bundle. You need it in the pantry of the community center. You are going to need to plant a green bean. But after that, there's really no point to it. You're probably gonna end up selling 1 or 2 green beans after you get your initial one, after the first 10 days or so. But yeah, there's no real good reason to plant a green bean. They don't sell well in general. They don't sell well as an artisan product. So generally, you're just gonna. So I mean, outside of the one time you need to plant it, you don't need a green bean. We're gonna skip over. I can't remember. Is that kale? Is that kale? It is kale. Kale's bad. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. Kale as a base product sells really well, but there's no reason to make kale in spring outside of the one kale you need, because making kale because you have just such a better time making potatoes and another seed in spring that we'll get to later. But you just have such a better time making potatoes. So kale, it's C tier. You can definitely make a profit off of it. You can definitely make a profit off of it, but there's really no reason to buy it. I'm gonna put all the flowers last because I don't want to talk about the flowers until later, because for the most part they are useless. Put the tulip down here too. Oh, and this one. We'll get to flowers later. Eggplant. I always make an eggplant for I always make an eggplant in fall because you need it in the fall crops bundle. Eggplant sucks. It doesn't sell well, but you always end up making one. It's a regrower, so you kind of plant one on day one of the season, and you just kind of get an eggplant every once in a bit. I will say there is like a tiny benefit to like mass producing a lot of also recipes are a completely different thing that I won't get into here. I'm just talking about the crop and its sell value and how beneficial it is to you as a user, as a player in the game. But yeah, I just don't really like eggplants. They don't do much. They regrow for you, yeah, and like in fall, I'll always end up planting like 5 eggplants because like just having that reoccurring value every once in a bit kind of helps. They end up regrowing on days that you might just need to sell something real quick, and if you get 5 of these, you're making a decent chain, gets you a pizza or two, but overall, eggplant C tier, starfruit S tier. Let's put it right here. Starfruit is like the second best crop in the game. So the difference between eggplants and starfruit is you can buy starfruit. You can buy starfruit seeds from the desert, which you unlock after you unlock the bus from the money bundles. That's again another completely different thing that we're not going to get here. Starfruit wine is the single best selling product in the game, and the way I kind of like to play my game is I like to have starfruit wine as the wine that I quality grow, because you can make $6,000 off of one quality starfruit wine, and then I like to just straight up sell my my ancient fruit wine, because I find that I make a lot more money that way. But starfruit wine is, in many people's eyes, either starfruit the best or second best in the game. It makes you a lot of money. Also, I should kind of mention about when it comes to all these crops, a lot of them are very good gifts for villagers. A lot of villagers generally have likes. Some of them have loves on a lot of these products. And it makes you get you like really easy hearts. So by like year 2, you should be like a money making machine. There's a lot of other videos on YouTube that can show you how to just run in the money. But yeah, by year 2, you should be at like a pretty decent amount of change to where you can just like mass produce a lot of product. And I'm going to skip ahead a bit because, for an example, the parsnip, which is going to go into A, is a liked GIF of where is he? Mayor Lewis, who is the first birthday in the game on spring 7. It takes 4 days to grow a parsnip. And you're not going to get any of Lewis's loves by then because all these basically come in later months when you would not have any of these items. So, he likes... we won't have any of these items. So a very easy thing to give him is a parsnip because it gives you... is a parsnip because it is one of his liked gifts. Also, parsnip, it's the first, you get 10 I think it's 15 parsnip seeds when you first open up the game. And honestly, in spring 1, parsnips and potatoes, those are your warriors for most of them. They make you a lot of money because they grow fast and have a really quick turnaround time. You make a lot of money fast. This is a love item of Pam, whose birthday is also in spring. So you kind of in your first spring would just, it's really easy to make just a mass amount of parsnips because a lot of the game likes them except these 5. But a lot of the game likes parsnips. Pam loves them. And you can just give them as birthday gifts to get really easy. So parsnips, really good. They're not in the S tier, but they are definitely an A tier item. Melons. Honestly, probably my favorite crop in the game. Melons. These sell really well. These sell, like, going into your first summer, you should plan around being able to buy melon seeds. Which, how much are they? 40G. You should plan around being able to buy a mass amount of melon seeds because I want to say at a bare minimum, you want to be able to buy 50. And if you manage to grow 50 melons, even if all of them are just at the 250 base, like let's do this. Let's do this. Calculator. If we do it, let's show this. If you just sell all of them at the 250 base, you're already netting $12,500 G. And by this point, you'll have tiller. You'll be at level 5 farming by this point if you farm correctly in spring 1. You'll have tiller, so you're really selling at that 275 mark, and you're gonna be able to get more of these better quality products. Melons are probably my favorite because in your first spring, they really increase your profit margin. I'm gonna put them at bottom S. More from a bias standpoint. I love melons. I love them. But even I understand that this is my bias coming into play. They're not the best product in the game. And honestly, in summer, they pretty much are the best crop in summer. We'll get into other summer crops as we kind of keep moving. But yeah, you should be planting melons. They are very, very, very good. Corn. I don't like corn. We go from one of my favorites to honestly one I'm not like the biggest fan of because 14 days. And yeah, the whole appeal to corn for a lot of people is that you can bleed it into spring. You can bleed it into fall. Corn grows in summer and fall, but at the same time, it's not that profitable. You have to grow some corn at some point, but it also makes you oil. It gets you oil, which is actually a very valuable product, artisanal product. But at the same time, corn isn't great. You're gonna want it for I think it's the summer crops bundle. No, it's in fall crops. Okay. That's right, because green bean is in, not green bean, pepper is in the summer. But yeah. Oh, why are you sitting there? Strawberry, the single best spring, the best spring crop. Let's bring up strawberry. The only thing that would only that stops strawberry from being a part of the being being like above ancient fruit and star fruit is that you can only get you only get strawberry seeds during the first festival in the game. And let's pull it up. You can buy strawberry seeds. In the spring, takes 8 days. You can only buy them. Where is it? During the egg festival at 100 G. That's really expensive early on. And I haven't even gotten into to me right now in this video, I'm only talking about the profit margins you make from crops. You should be doing a lot of mining and farming, which is also going to net you a pretty penny as the game goes on. But 100 G coming at the first festival in the game, which, if I remember correctly, is on the 14th? 13th. On the 13th. And they don't grow. They take 8 days to grow. If we come over here. So if you... So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here is the first day you can get strawberries. You have to plant them these days if you want 3 harvests. If you want 3 harvests of strawberries, you have to plant them that very first day that you get strawberries, because the last harvest is on the very last day of spring. I love strawberries. They come in so clutch because the profits of strawberries that you get is actually insane for early game. 120 G for a base strawberry nets you so much money, especially if you can buy a whole bunch of them. They sell for 100 G, and that is a pretty steep cost. Your first spring, you're only probably going to be able to profit about 15 to 20 strawberries, but those 15 to 20 go so far in your profit margin. I guess I should go ahead and mention sprinklers. Sprinklers are something you get after increasing your mining level. Don't mess with base sprinklers. You want to wait until you get quality sprinklers, and that it drastically decreases the amount of time you have to spend watering if you're able to make a mass amount of sprinklers. We'll talk, but that's for a different tier list. Rhubarb. Rhubarb. Oh, is this a beet? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I know it's a fall crop. I know for a fact it is a fall crop. I guess as I pull this up, we can talk about pumpkins. We'll talk about pumpkins next. It's not a fall crop. Either way, I'm just gonna put it there. It's not a great crop. Pumpkin was already next. Pumpkins. Only a seasonal crop that is unedible, but in exchange, these in base sell like crazy. Your first pumpkins take 13 days. You only get 2 pumpkins harvest guaranteed unless you use fertilizer to get 3. But pumpkins grow so well. They're a great gift item. And honestly, you can by the time you hit fall, you should be able to mass produce pumpkins for literally nothing. I think they're 100G. 50G, even cheaper. You should be able to mass produce pumpkins S tier. They go above melons, but below potatoes because you can't eat them. And one of the benefits to mass producing crops is you can save some of them as energy when you're in the mines, which is very important to keep increasing your energy, increasing your health. That's a really big thing. You're bok choy, aren't you? Aren't you bok choy? You are bok choy. Bok choy sucks. It's not used in any bundle. You're only gonna ever make 1 of them ever. Scratch that. 2 of them ever. Because you need it for a recipe and you need to sell it once. Bok choy sucks. The coffee bean. We'll put it in B. We'll put coffee bean in B. Purely because coffee is the single best item in the game. Probably the best item in the game. Coffee is actually really good. Coffee's really good because it increases your ground speed. Everybody hates coffee, which is fine, but you stick 5 beans in a keg. Stick 5 beans in a keg. You get 1 coffee, and stacking up on coffee is actually really important. Because you want to be able just to speed through the mines consistently, and having a stack of 5 to 10 coffees get you through about a whole day. So the coffee bean itself, B, because you can't really do much with it. It doesn't sell at all. But coffee itself, great product. What's next? The yam. I kind of like yams. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they sell really well. Yams sell really well. It's a love item of Linus, and it's a pretty good you already need a couple of yams, and it's not a part of any bun. Oh, it is part of fall crops. You already have to make it anyway, but I like yams. Yam is a solid B tier. Because it's you don't want to make yams just because, but if you have the extra money in your budget to sorry guys, if you guys have the extra budget just to make a yam, it's really beneficial. I mean, you can make great money. And now we get to the worst item in the fucking game. Red cabbage. Hold on. You know what? Red cabbage is getting its own tier. Red cabbage sucks. Let's pull it up. So to complete the community center, you need red cabbage. It is a part of the where is it? The dye bundle. You cannot get red cabbage in year 1. Let me repeat that again. You are not able to get red cabbage in year one. What? Oh my gosh. So it's needed for a community center bundle, and essentially before they added in a button in the game when you're building your character and you're setting up your settings, they added in a bundle that said to make sure that the community center is year one completable, because there is a cart in the game. There's this person in the game who shows up every Friday and Sunday with a cart. They have this little mini cart, and that button guarantees the fact that they will sell the red cabbage at some point in year one. There's no guaranteed point that you'd get it before or during summer at all. You could get it in fall or winter, but it guarantees you the fact that you will get the red cabbage. This thing sucks. Before that update, you had to wait until summer of year two to get this stupid crop. And despite the fact that it sells really well, you hate, everybody in the community hates this product so much that like it's its own tier. It's red cabbage tier. Oh my gosh. All right, now we get to blueberries. Blueberries used to be the best product in the game until basically all the berries in the game were nerfed. Strawberries, blueberries, they were nerfed, and cherries. They were all very much so nerfed because they were too good. They were too good. What? Oh my gosh. I easily dream. Hold on. Let me do it this way, because it is a summer crop. Blueberry, one of the best crops, and just like the best crop in the game. I love blueberries. They harvest really, really well. They're a really nice gift for these guys. And you're going to want to buy a lot of blueberries because, yeah, they take 13 days to grow initially. You don't get it until your second Sunday, but you get 4 harvests of them. They sell really well. By this point, you should have a couple of kegs going, and you can turn them into blueberry wine. That gets you a really nice profit. It's really good. Blueberries, honestly, bottom of A for me. The top of A for me. You're a fall crop, right? You're not a fall crop. That means you're spring. That means you are in spring. Oh, there's a root bar. I guess I just wasn't spelling it right. I forget what this product is called. Either way, I was going to put it in D because I don't really like it. Cauliflower. Yeah, cauliflower. So, generally, the way the game goes, the way like most games go, as you progress, things should get a lot better. Things should get stronger. Cauliflower is like probably the weakest. It's probably the weakest of all of the like spring crops that you probably should invest in. Like you should probably invest into about 5 to 10 cauliflower, because they do sell well and you can make a really nice profit off of them. But yeah, with cauliflower, it's just not a great product, dude. In the long term of it, there's not a huge benefit into making cauliflower past year one. because potatoes and parsnips and strawberries are just like so just like a better product that nets you a lot more money. And I just yeah. Yeah, I think yeah. Cauliflower, like you can see I put the two other seasonal items, like main seasonal items, up in S. This is B tier, not the hot pepper. Hot pepper is actually next. This is like, yeah, it's above the bean and the yam. Cauliflower really does suck, and I hate to say it. Wheat. Wheat's funny, man. Wheat is funny because wheat. I know the peppers right there, right, guys. I know the peppers right there. I want to talk about wheat real quick. Um, Wheat is funny because you get it from wheat seeds, and it you also get hay with it, and it's like the complete reason why you make it because you want hay, but also you can see right down here, it makes beer, and it is a loved item for Pam, who's the town drunk. You get her like really any drink and she just loves it, but beer is like the easiest to make because wheat seeds I think are 5 cent or 5G. How much are they? Yeah, 5G. Um, they sell for they go up to 10G. Yeah, you need to make. They sell for 10G. You need to make a lot of wheat in general because you want you need to make a lot of wheat in general because you want hay. You don't want to have to go buy hay from Marnie for a marked up price. You just want to be able to just like scythe your hay, but also you can like mass make wheat. And hold on, let's look at beer. It's a loved item for Shane and Pam. I hate that it is for Shane, but and then it's likes for a whole bunch of people. You can like make a mass amount of beer and just give it out to people, except the kids, of course, and the few people who are not drunks. So yeah, so we honestly C tier because it has its uses in the long term. We're gonna talk about. Should we talk about the hot pepper? Let's see. Should we talk about the hot pepper? I think yeah. Yeah, I think we need to talk about the hot pepper. The hot pepper is one of my favorite products to grow because it grows so fast. It grows so fast. It's cheap. One, peppers are like super cheap to make. Yeah, 40G. Sorry for that, guys. But yeah, the pepper, it's super snappy. You get a ton of peppers. They're cheap to buy. You can make a mass amount of peppers throughout the season, and honestly, just like gift them out. They're a good amount of likes. Lewis and Shane love them, and it makes them like ridiculously easy to level up as friends because they like these items. Because they love these items, you can give Shane and Lewis 2 peppers a week, and they'll be your best friends within honestly a month's worth of game time, like 2 months of game time. So I love the hot pepper. It's not S tier, it's low A for me. Grapes. This is a summer pickup item that I think recently became a yeah. So grapes. There's no reason to ever plant a grape because they are a forage in summer. Which foraging is just you'll see stuff on the ground. If you pick them up, it increases your foraging level. And honestly, there's no point to ever plant a grape when you can just forage a mass amount of them and give them out as a gift to young Vincent and some liked items for other characters in the game. That's how I kind of look at them. Artichoke. It's not in any bundles. You need it for a couple items. You gotta sell one of them. It's bad. Not worth the G. Yeah, you get a decent bit of a profit from it. It starts in year 2, which sucks. By year 2, you plant one of these and you're just like, okay. I'll put this one in C. Anarif. Actually, let me pull up Marnie. Because she has a quest in the game. I forgot where it's called. But she has a quest in the game that asks you to get a Amaranth. I forget what it's called. But she has a quest in the game. Get you for one of these. It comes in fall and it gives like instant 2 hearts with her, which makes it really easy to the purple. I think this is a summer crop actually. Hold on, I just forgot. I can go through the. I forgot. I can just go through the. That has to be fall. It has to be Amaranth. There we go. Yeah. There's one quest with this. It's also in the remix bundle. There's a remix section. We won't get into that. There's a quest. She asks you for one, gets you like instant 2 hearts and allows you to complete that Mayor Lewis mission. But there's a few funny things you can do with that mission, instead of just giving them back to him directly. So, yep. So just for that usefulness alone, it's a C. Tomato. Is it tomato a year 2 product? It was available from. Oh, sorry. It's available from year 1. But you can see how many tomatoes you're eventually going to need. Honestly, tomatoes aren't great. They take 11 days to harvest, which is not fun. Yeah, they're a regrowth, but I'll put them in C just for how much you need it. I forget what that is called, but I'm pretty sure it's a spring crop. No, I was wrong. It has to be fall. Yep, I was. It's art. No, it's not artichoke. Is it? No, it's not. It's the upside down artichoke. Is this a summer crop? I should be a lot more versed in these, but there's like some of them that are just forgettable because they're really bad. Hops. Hops. Hops suck. Takes 11 days. Yeah, it creates pale ale, but pale ale kind of sucks. I know it says 300G, but you're just better off making beer with your leftover wheat. Yeah, I don't like hops. I never plant them. Sitting next to artichoke. Cranberries, A tier. Let's do this. Cranberries are the worst berry in the game, in my opinion. Are the worst berry in the game. In my honest opinion, cranberries are. They have the longest initial growth. Not the longest. They have the like I think the second shortest, because I think strawberries are 8 days. So it's the shortest because it's 7 days. But with cranberries, they don't sell as well. Yes, you get more on average, but they don't sell well. They don't wine or jam well. They're kind of there, but you always kind of just like end up buying them because one, they're really cheap. Don't want to do that. It's 240G. They're not that cheap, but you still want to buy like 10 of them. Get yourself a nice flow of cranberries just to make some money. But they're still a good product. Why is there 2 sweet gemberries? This is the highest selling thing in the game, but you can only and the gimmick about sweet gemberries is that they only come from rare seeds, and you can buy them up to twice a week from the traveling cart, which comes again on Friday and Sunday, for 1,000 G. And yeah, let's go. So, and then they turn to sweet gemberries, which at its literal base is 3,000 G. It's really good, but they take 24 days to literally grow, and you can only plant them in fall. So, kind of nets it down to an A, but you can make a lot of money. Just back. Forgot you. So, flowers. Honestly, wait, I'm gonna do something real quick. No, down, setting, add row below. Flowers, and we're just gonna stick all these things in here. So some of these are decent. I think all these are like universal. Some of these are decent gifts. You can like make flowers really easy. They have a quick turnaround. You can make flowers easy. You can also turn them into honey, but it's not that great of a farm system. So yeah, so it's not that great. But this is my tier list of the Stardew Valley crops. This is part 2 to the Stardew Valley tier list series. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching DJ Talks Media. This is one of my things. I love talking media and the video games I love, the movies and TV shows I love, and eventually we're going to hop into a bit of sports. And that is all for the future. Thank you guys for watching DJ Talks Media, and I'll see you guys in the next video.